This woman has a secret. Inside her, a hidden disorder that affects just 1 in every 12 million women. A disorder known as vagina dentata.
Well, I first discovered it around about puberty. I was just in the bath, just messing around as you do, and I felt 3 hard bumps inside my vagina, and didn't really think too much of it at the time, but then they did begin to grow. I have a condition called vagina dentata, which means I have teeth in my vagina. It's very rare, and there's only 4 other women that have this condition in this country.
The term vagina dentata comes from the Latin, which means toothed vagina. We've found teeth in all sorts of parts of the body. The thing, obviously, about vagina dentata is the fear related to the sexual organs, and that is why it seems so taboo.
Well, when I went onto the computer researching this, I found ridiculous things like men having their penis chopped off and mouths, and my vagina doesn't look like that, like a big mouth with teeth in it.
There are so many different mythologies from all over the world. The ancient Egyptians, the Japanese, to the Greeks, the Romans, all of these cultures have some concept of the vagina dentata as a form of male castration.
Oh, there is a lot of rubbish out there, but I did read a nice story about Queen Elizabeth. I hope that one's true.
There are some accounts which say that Elizabeth I actually had a single tooth in her vagina. She was obviously known as the Virgin Queen, so there were no witnesses to this, and I'm afraid if this was the case, she took it with her to the grave.
People don't really like to talk about their private parts. I mean, people are very up for talking about sex, but they don't like to talk about their private parts, especially if there's something that's not quite normal or different.
Tragically, when this woman sought help for her condition, she was cut off by her community. She asked not to be identified. When I was a little girl, I was playing when I found these sharp things inside me. I asked my auntie what they were. She went white, like a ghost, and ran and told my father. He was a very respected chief. They called a big meeting and said I had to leave right away.
There may be several cases that we just don't know about. Women don't come forward, and this is something that we're encouraging people to come forward as much as possible. There is also the problem of physical damage, not only to herself, but also to her partner. There can be damage to the hands, the mouth, and the penis as well.
Aware of the threat she posed to men, Sarah chose a life of celibacy. But all that changed when she met her partner, Jimmy.
I'd been celibate for such a long time, and I'd turned so many men away that I really wasn't interested in having a relationship. But Jimmy was a bit different. We'd become such close friends, and I really trusted him, and I knew he was the one that I had to tell.
So when she told me that she had teeth in her vagina, I laughed. But then I could just tell that she was being serious, and she asked me if I wanted to have a look. To be honest, it wasn't that bad. I don't know.
You were brilliant, weren't you? He was so understanding, and he just said, oh, you just got to get them taken out, and that was it.
Well, Sarah Chatras was, in fact, the very first real case of vagina dentata that I, as a practicing gynecologist, have ever seen. She had 5 teeth, 3 in the vagina and 2 in the cervix. Now, our treatment of her was to remove the 3 teeth surgically. Unfortunately, the other 2 were so deeply rooted that we weren't able to remove them, so we've treated that with a dental dam, which seems to have worked very well.
I suppose at first it was a bit tricky because, well, there's some positions that are a bit rough, but we've learned how to deal with it. There have been a few scrapes, but nothing major.
You never hurt yourself, have you?
No, well, not majorly.
For Sarah and Jimmy, medical treatment has given them the chance to live a normal life. They want the same benefits for all women with vagina dentata.
My message to women who think they may have a vagina dentata is open up to a friend or someone in the family that you trust. Don't suffer in silence like I did.
You know, I love Sarah more than anything in the world, despite the problems she's had with the vagina.
I would absolutely urge any women to present yourself to your doctor, your gynecologist, or your dentist as soon as you can. And really, this is not something to have any shame or fear about. It's something we can treat.
Yeah, it's been really successful.
It's been really successful. Changed my life.
It's allowed us to lead a normal life now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, we can have sex like everybody else, and Well, proof of that, we're having a baby, aren't we? That's due in 6 months. Yeah, I'm going to be a dad, which is probably scarier than Vagina Dentata anyway.
For more information about Vagina Dentata, visit www.vagident.co.uk.